I speak for the good people of Shomolu Federal Constituency, sir. I'm from Lagos State, Mr. Speaker. The motion before the House is on the need to investigate and recover over $30 billion in accrued fees and bonuses from the merger of multinational oil companies. Mr. Speaker, distinguished colleagues, note that the oil industry experienced several lateral mergers and buyovers, takeovers of companies in the same oil and gas exploration, prospecting, production, and marketing in the 90s. Also note that Section 2 of the Petroleum Act of 2004, the extant law applicable under which the merger took place, provides that the oil exploration licenses. Okay, Mr. Speaker, I'll just go to the prayers. Mandate the committees on public assets, petroleum resources, upstream and downstream, to investigate and recover the funds for the Federation and report back within 8 weeks for further legislative action. I so move, Mr. Speaker.
Thank you. Any amendment? Honorable Fulata.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Honorable colleagues, I am Abubakar Fulata. I represent Borneo Creek Assembly Federal Constituency. Mr. Speaker, I'm from Jigawa State. Mr. Speaker, I wanted to find out whether it has been seconded, the motion has been seconded before I make my amendments. Mr. Speaker, sir, I want to be guided whether the motion has been seconded so that I can make my amendment. I should go ahead. Okay. The amendment, my amendment is that in view of the fact that the motion is purely on finance, my amendment is that the Committee on Finance should be included amongst the committees, so this state, and that it should be the lead committee in that investigation. I so move, Mr. Speaker.
Any seconder to this? Any seconder? Yes, Honorable. Go ahead.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I remain Yusuf Kure Baraji, member representing Boso Paikoro Federal Constituency of Niger State. I am from the Power State. I rise to second the motion ably moved by my colleague, Mr. Speaker, Honorable colleague, I so move.
Honorable Kama, please be attentive. Those in support of this amendment should say aye. Those against should say nay. The ayes have it. Any more amendments? We'll take one more and then we'll put the question. Yes, Honorable. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Honorable colleagues, I remain Adamu Tanko, and I represent the good people of Sulaja, Gurara, and Tafa Federal Constituency. Mr. Speaker, I'm from Niger State. It is a very important motion. I have an amendment that has to do only with the prayers. I would like to call that midstream sector, Petroleum Committee on Midstream, should be included in among the committees, because it's talking about pipelines transportation, which falls within the midstream. I so move with the Speaker.
Any seconder for the inclusion of midstream? My dear sister. Yes, go ahead. Honorable Chair, NAFDAC.
Oh. Mr. Speaker, my name is Honorable Mrs. Regina Akume, representing the good people of Bokotaka constituency, I rise to second the motion that has been offered by my dear colleague. So I second.
Those in support of this amendment should say aye.
Aye.
Those against should say nay. The ayes have it. Any more amendments? Honorable Maki.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman, Mr. Speaker, my honorable colleagues. I'm Abubakar Maki Elleman. I'm from Jigawa State. I represent Malamudori Kaugama Federal Constituency. Mr. Speaker, my honorable colleagues, my amendment is to the prayers. I think the mover of the motion is the chairman public assets. Instead of public asset, Committee on Justice supposed to be there. My reason is because of the quantum of the money, and also it involves the multinational oil companies. So Committee on Justice should be included in the prayer, sir. I so move.
Can you repeat it again, the prayer? Is it additional or
Yes.
amendment?
I said Committee on Justice because it involves quantum of money and it involves multinational companies. That's why Committee of Justice must come in, sir. Thank you.
Any seconder to that? Seconder? Yes, Honorable? From Kara.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. My name remains Dr. Aluko Ahmed Yinka, representing the entire people of Ilorin South, Ilorin East Federal Constituency. I rise to support the amendment ably raised by my colleague.
Point of order.
Second. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Honorable Ikenga, what's your point of order?
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, I'm coming under Order 9, Rule 6, that it shall be out of order to attempt to reconsider any specific question upon which the House has come to a conclusion during the current session, except upon a substantive motion for recession. Mr. Speaker, few weeks ago, in accordance with Section 4 of the NATI Act, the NATI Act 2021 report was brought before this Parliament and was referred to the Joint Committee on Upstream, Midstream, Downstream Gas. Inside that report, Mr. Speaker, contains this issue of oil revenues that have not been remitted as a result of merger, expiration of joint operating license, and so on and so forth, is contained in that 2021 report that this Parliament have ordered that the Joint Committee should investigate. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Chairman, Rules and Business, can you confirm?
Thank you very much, Right Honorable Speaker. Francis Ejirogane Wife is the name. Ugele North, Ugele South, Udu. I'm from Delta State. Mr. Speaker, honorable colleagues, the NATI report, there's no way the House can peep into it and know the content at the moment. What the House did last week was to authorize the committees to liaise with NATI and do some investigation. This bill, on the other hand, comes up with some specific facts that can be handled separately. If the NATI Act report has been handled by the committee and reported upon, it's only then that there could be Order 9 Rule 6 would now begin to come into play. So the committee, the Rules and Business Committee, sees them as two different issues at the moment, because the NATI Act has not been made public and laid before the House. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Thank you, Honorable Chair. Honorable Kenga, do you have any contrary opinion based on the explanation given?
Yes, Mr. Speaker. First of all, it's very important you need to understand the scope of the NATI report, spanning from issues that has to do with production, exploration, distribution, downstream, and so on and so forth. Inside it is the issue of those royalties, those mergers, and so on and so forth. And there's a recommendation column, which is what the Act requires us to extensively debate identify and implement. So the question now is,
Hold
when
on,
the
Honorable
Committee on
Ikenga,
Downstream-
what was the directive of the House concerning that particular motion?
Yeah, the directive
Was it
is
for
that
you to study the
No, the
report of the
directive-
NATI?
The directive and resolution was that the Joint Committee on Gas, Upstream, Midstream, and Downstream should sit on the report and make recommendations for actions on those areas of infractions that have been identified in the NATI report. And these issues are involved. So when they are sitting on this issue that I've raised today, the Joint Committee will also be sitting on those issues. And the issues in NATI report is more robust and covered every aspect of the extractive industry that there is default, including the issue.
Leader, what is your opinion concerning these two conflicting motions? What do you think?
Mr. Speaker, Professor Julius Ihanveri, I think the major challenge is that the NATI report itself has not come to this House, and we have not had access to interrogating the content. So essentially, that other committee is to sit on that report, interrogate it, and bring recommendations to this House on the basis of which further legislative action can be taken. As of today, that has not been done. My understanding of this other motion is that it is focusing specifically on an aspect of the total purview that that committee will look at. So I would say it can stand on its own and begin its work while that committee is still trying to look at the content of the NATI report. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Leader, please, Honorable Ikenga, your point is heard and it is noted. With the explanation we have just gotten from the leader, I think there will be no conflict at the end of the day. When your report is finally unveiled, there is the possibility of you also conducting your own separate investigations or other aspects that are not covered by this motion. So I think, honorable colleagues, without any waste of time, we can go ahead and put the question. Okay, sorry, any seconder to the motion first? Seconder? Honorable Zarna? There are amendments?
Sorry, we are two Zannas. I don't know.
Tijani Zarna,
Thank
Zakaria.
you very much, Mr. Speaker. My honorable colleagues, I remain Tijani Zanna Zakaria. I represent the entire people of Guru, Machina, Ispari, and Karaswa Federal Constituency. I am from Yobe State. I second the motion as moved by my honorable colleague. Thank you. As amended, sorry.
We can go ahead and put the question. Those in support of this motion as amended should say aye. Those against should say nay. The ayes have it. This motion is referred to committees of on finance, public assets, petroleum resources upstream, petroleum resources downstream, and petroleum resources midstream, and justice as well. Thank you. The 10th order of the day is a consideration of the report of the Committee on Appropriation for a bill for an act to authorize the issue from the Consolidated Revenue Fund of the Federation the total sum of 2,391,286,033 naira, only for which 18 billion naira only is for statutory transfers. 33 billion is for statutory transfers, and 1 trillion and 33 billion 471 million 162,373 naira is for recurrent non-debt expenditure, while the sum of 1 trillion 125 billion 320 million 123,660 naira is for contribution to the development fund for capital expenditure for the year ending 31st December 2023. Honorable members will recall that the report was laid on Thursday, 2nd November 2023. Honorable Kabir Abubakar is hereby Honorable Kabir Abubakar is to move for its consideration. Honorable Abubakar, please proceed.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I remain Abubakar Bichi, member representing Bichi Federal Constituency. Mr. Speaker, I'm from Kano State. Mr. Speaker, I rise to move that the House do consider the report of the Committee on Appropriations on Bill for an Act to authorize the issue from the Consolidated Revenue Funds of the Federation to the total sum of 2,276,791,286,033 naira only, of which 18 billion naira only is for statutory transfers, while 1,333,471,162,373 naira only is for recurrent non-debt expenditure, while the sum of 1,125,320,123,630 naira only is for contribution to the development funds for capital expenditure for the year ending 31st December 2023. Mr. Speaker, I so move.
Any seconder? Honorable Joby.
Honorable Mr. Speaker, dear honorable colleagues, Tijana Abdulkadir Jobe, representing Dawakin Tufari Mungado. Mr. Speaker, I'm from Kano State. I so second the motion, ably moved by Chairman Appropriation Committee.
Those in support of this motion should say aye. Those against should say nay. The ayes have it. The House Leader, please move that the House resolve to the Committee of Supply.
Mr. Speaker, Professor Julius Ihanville, Owan Federal Constituency, Edo State, arise to move that the House do resolve into Committee of Supply to consider the report from the Appropriation Committee. I so move.
Honorable George.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. My name is Honorable George Ibezimako Ozodinobi, member representing Jikoka and Ocha Dunukofia Federal Constituency. Mr. Speaker, I rise to second that this House do move into Committee of Whole to consider the report. To consider the report, sorry? Oh, Committee on Supply to consider the report on Committee on Appropriation. I so second.
Those in support should say aye. Those against should say nay. The ayes have it. House has resolved through the Committee of Supply. Thank you. So, honorable colleagues, we will just consider them clause by clause for ease of time, so that we can be able to dispense with this as quickly as possible. So I refer you to the document. Clause 1. Clause 2. Clause 3. Clause 4. Clause 5. Schedule. Explanatory memorandum. Thank you. Long title. Thank you very much. Leader.
Mr. Chairman, I rise to move that the House do resolve to plenary so that Mr. Speaker may report progress to the House. I so move.
Any seconder? Honorable George.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I rise, my name is Honorable George Ibezima Kozodinobi. I rise to second that the House move back to the plenary. I say second.
Those in favor should say aye. Those against should say nay. The ayes have it. Thank you. The House in Committee of Supply considered the report of the Committee on Appropriation on a bill for an act to authorize the issue from the Consolidated Revenue Fund of the Federation the total sum of 2,176,791,286,033 naira, broken up as follows. Federal Ministry of Agriculture and Food Security, 103 billion. Service-wide vote recurrent, 515 billion. Total recurrent non-debt amounting to 1 billion, 1 trillion, 33 million, 33 billion, 471,162,373. The capital expenditure component is as follows. State House, 100 billion. Ministry of Defense. What's the observation? State House. What I have here is okay, so point of correction. I have just been directed to where the correction has been made. I will use this paper. State House is 28 billion. Office of the National Security Advisor, 10 billion, 364 million, 705,353 naira. Department of State Services, 49 billion, 46 million, 831,697 naira. Federal Ministry of Agriculture and Food Security, 97 billion naira. Federal Ministry of Works, 300 billion naira. Federal Ministry of Housing, 100 billion naira. Federal Capital Territory Administration, 100 billion naira. Capital supplementation, 220 billion, 532 million, 977,660 naira. Total aggregate expenditure, total capital expenditure, 1,125 billion, 320 million, 123,660 naira. Aggregate expenditure, total 2,176 billion, 791 million, 286,033 naira. We have also approved all the clauses 1 to 5. We approved the schedule, the explanatory memorandum, and the long title of the bill as well. Yes, Chair.
Bakar Bichi, member representing Bichi Federal Constituency, Mr. Speaker, I'm from Kano State. I rise to move for an amendment on our order paper. Federal Capital Territory is 100 billion, while State House 28 billion naira. The Speaker, so moved.
That's what I read.
Yeah.
Or as it is written
Yeah,
in the
but that is
paper
in-
given to you.
Yeah, but sir, let them amend it here.
Okay,
It should be amended.
so please, any seconder to this amendment? Any seconder? Honorable Faleke?
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. My name is James Abiodun Faleke. I rise to second the amendment on the figures as contained on this other paper. Thank you, Associate. Sorry?
What correction?
The correction, yes, the correction, yes.
Correction, sorry. So those in support of this correction should say aye. Those against should say nay. The ayes have it. Leader, can you move that the House do adopt the report of the Committee of Supply?
Mr. Speaker, Julius Ihonvere from Edo State.
I rise to move that the House do adopt the report of Mr. Speaker from the Committee of Supply. I so move. And also, well, let's second that first.
Any seconder? Any seconder? Honorable Kumo?
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. Usman Bello Kumo is my name. I represent Akko Federal Constituency. I rise to second the motion ably moved by the leader. I so second.
Those in support of this motion should say aye. Those against should say nay. The ayes have it. Leader, please can you move for the third reading of the bill?
Mr. Speaker, Julius Inhovere again, on one federal constituency. I rise to move that the House should take the third reading of this bill that has been presented from the Committee of Supply and adopted by the House already. I so move.
Who judge?
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. My name remains Honorable George Ibezimako Ozotinobi. I represent the good people of Anocha and Jikoka, Dunukofia Federal Constituency. I rise to second that we adopt the report of the third reading as moved by the leader of the House.
Those in support of this motion should say aye. Those against should say nay. The ayes have it. Clerk?
Right Honorable Speaker, honorable members. A bill for an act to authorize the issue from the Consolidated Revenue Fund of the Federation the total sum of 2,176,799,286,033 naira only, of which 18 billion naira only is for statutory transfers. 1,371,162,373 naira only is for recurrent non-debt expenditure, while the sum of 1,125,320,123,660 naira only is for contribution to the development fund for capital expenditure for the year ending 31 December 2023. Third reading.
Mr. Speaker, Julius Inhovere, Owan Federal Constituency. Having exhausted all items on our order paper for today, I rise to move that the House do adjourn to Tuesday next week, 11 a.m. I so move, Mr. Speaker.
Honorable George?
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, again. I am Honorable George Ibezima Kozotinobi, representing Njikoka Nocha, Dunukofia Federal Constituency. I rise to second that this House do move to adjourn our sitting till Tuesday next week, heavily moved by our leader. I so second.
Those in favor should say aye. Those against should say nay. The nay is Honorable Kama. You have been made the leader. Please stay back. Those who say aye are free to leave. Thank you.